Mode part 116, I believe. Faulty controller, 11-month resub. Oh, I just heard proposal. Bobby, will you marry me? I'm just kidding. Primo's the only one that's gonna get that question. From me, at least. I saw a dope Fiat 124 just now, 6.5K. I'm like, I'll trade you the Prius. Nobody wants a Prius, man. I mean, honestly, Swag, Prius prices are down because Toyota made so many of those things. And then once Tesla came along, everybody sold their Prius and bought a Tesla. No, she's the devil, Baba Boucher. Are you going to make the polls or do you want me to do it? Jam, I'll tell you what to throw in there if you want to do it for me. Like, the thing about making the polls, dude, I don't like doing it while I'm streaming. So, yeah, I mean, I would appreciate the help if you got time, dude. If you don't have time, I'll take care of it. But I can keep the stream going a lot. I can keep the pace of the stream going a lot better when I have like Drummer or Loopy or somebody making the polls. Yeah, if you want to help me out tonight, I'd really appreciate it. Excuse me, when wedding? Yeah, gotta get on that, Shy. Mine's worth like 8K as it stands, but Prius is sucking every lane. Save the miles per gallon. It's an appliance, dude. And I'm not saying the engineering isn't good. I mean, personally, I don't like hybrid cars. I don't like hybrid cars that work like that. I think that's a bridge technology. It's not an ends to a means. Fuel cell electric would be, or jet turbine electric would be the hybrid that I would choose. Heck, even diesel electric. A diesel electric car would be great. Oh yeah, Flash. No, mod only probably. I don't think I can afford a subscriber only wedding, man. Jam, I'll run you through all the steps, dude, while I'm explaining it. Okay, so chat voted, let's get the mission, the Minmus stuff out of the way, okay? No, not yet, Woody, not yet. The polls go up on the website, Ismic, but you can vote for it right through chat here. Mods, I need help. When mod? How about a Sterling electric car? Hey, steam electric is not a bad idea, Spartans, but what are you going to use to heat up the water? No, Kickning, we're gonna get ready to go now. Wood. It's not very green of you, Admana. Yeah, T-Man, maybe. Nuclear waste, steam. Yeah, these are great ideas. Yeah, and that's where we're going from this. A duck! Exactly! Coal dust. Geothermal power for my car. I mean, could that work? Like, Mr. Fusion. That's the true answer. Chat's big brain, Hunster. Alright, so you guys selected Minmus for the Science Mission Directorate. So I'm going to send what I think that should constitute is sending a lander to Minmus. You guys want me to get science from Minmus, basically. So we can do that, no problem. I want an Orion drive for your car. Yeah, okay. Taking any days off for Easter? No. I mean, maybe I'll take Monday off? I don't know. Yeah, guys, I gave up paying bills for Lent. And then when I was younger in school, I gave up homework for Lent. Yeah, neither of those plans worked, by the way. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Platform was great. You're making the effort to educate people on topics many of us didn't give a crap about in school. You managed to make it interesting. Thank you from a Swede. I took tomorrow off if you want to do that. I gave up Lent for Lent. Worked out well, I think. Does that mean you became Jesus? What? That's like dividing by 0. Sure. Oh. Okay. No questions, please. All right. Cool. Yeah, does that mean... Wait, does that mean you became a... Yeah. If you give up Lent for Lent, does that make you an atheist for 40 days? Oh, my goodness. Tox, I'm here to learn. Hell yeah. You ever play Flight Sim? Yeah, I haven't been playing it much lately as Mick, but I do play it. Played it a lot when it came out for like a month straight. No Kerbal. Like, straight up Flight Sim for a month straight. Just to let you know, it says you're in engineering mode. Right on, right on. Alright, so. I'm here to learn and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Alright, so. Let's think about what we want to send to Minmus. So you guys have chosen Science Mission Director for Minmus, which means we want to get science, as much as we can, from Minmus. Minmus is a captured asteroid floating around Kerbin. That's this kind of lore behind it. It is known as the Mint Chip Planet. It's nice and minty. Nice mint chip ice cream. So what are we talking about here? Well, Jim, before we get going, what's okay, from a career mode perspective, what's the best way to go and get science from that? I know the answer to this. I want to see what you guys say. Rovers, you think? Send an ice cream truck. Yes. So, Rover. Tron, yeah, okay. Drag the planet back to Kerbin. Okay, can't do that. I can't send ravioli. There's no pasta in this game. Draco's like, someone say mint chip? No for destroying bases due to its low gravity. Yeah, I don't want to do Minmus this time. Other than... for... Wonder what it was doing. Huh. A rover with a sample return. A hopper. You want me to make a hop vehicle for it? A hop vehicle that can go to multiple places would probably be a good idea. One hop aplenty, Chivo. Right on. Could do a sat with a number of small science landers. Minmus is great for a hopping vehicle. Okay, rover... Remo?
Hi. Do you want any of these?
pollo y queso con flour tortillas?
Yeah. Sí.
El horno. Recomendación para mejor resultados. Precalienta el horno a 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat the oven to 400 Fahrenheit. That's what it says. Microondas. No. No me gusta microondas. El horno, por favor.
Yeah, I was gonna make it in the oven.
Sí.
Yeah. How
Sí,
many
me
do you
gusta.
want?
¿Cuánto? ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuatro? ¿Cinco? ¿O seis?
How many do you want?
Quiero tres. Sí.
Okay.
Ok. Adiós. Buenas noches.
Quinceañera.
Mi mejor.
Yeah?
No.
What?
Mi mejor.
What does that mean?
No sé. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? How do you say 25 in Spanish? 25. Or just 25. You can just say that as well. Just tape. Where is my library? As Spanish, this is embarrassing. Cinco is spelled with a C, fellas. Tres comas. Alright, so we want a hopper here. We could use the scout probes to hopper the scout landers for the moon to hop around here. We should have plenty of Delta V to be able to do 2 or 3 hops on one of these things before it runs out of juice. So we should be able to get a bunch of biomes. Now, do we want a relay with that as well? Like, a relay, yes. Okay. Relay would be nice, a good addition to the DSN. Okay. Relay and a lander. All right. I think that's fair. Okay. So, how much do you think that's going to cost? Let's go take a look at some prices here. So you guys want a relay and a lander. That would, you know, high case scenario, that would probably be... I mean, the first stage is 57. So I'd say Freedom 7 or Freedom 10 stack. I mean, we'd use Freedom 10. Okay. All right, I'm trying to come up with price points here. Price points in the deadline. So we usually vote on price first. So here's what I'm going to go with. Jam, the first poll is funding for the Min-Miss science mission, okay? So this is just funding. So you could put it as the front of the poll, science mission funding. Now, I'm going to go a little bit different with the funding this time around, Jam. I usually do like 50, 100, 150. Here's what we're going to do. The first option will be nothing. 0. No funding. Use what you have. Second one will be 100K. And the third one will be 200K. I want to see what this does. So 0, 100, 200 for the options. Yeah, maybe, Creation. Mm-hmm. My current budget is 460. I have 460 in the bank right now, basically. See last. What's up, Bandit? Of course I could. Do you want me to engineer something? Well, Bandit, that's really going to prove what you guys want in the funding. Okay, so, Jim, before we gun that pole, okay? Before we gun the pole through, all right? So, fellas, I usually don't do this because I want you guys to think about it yourselves. The whole idea is an exercise in critical thinking, right? Now, if you give me 200K, all right, I'll just kind of lay down some basic game rules. I feel like a dungeon master right now, right? If you give me 200K, I'll probably design new landers, okay? So that will be a more specialized mission architecture. 100K is kind of the, you know, maybe change a couple of things here and there, but use what you know already works. Zero funding is use stuff that's already engineered. So already engineered satellites, already engineered landers. That might not be the most efficient way to go about exploring Minmus, but you know it'll work. So just think about it like if you guys voted on Minmus for science for Minmus, so if you want me to do like a specialized thing, so I'm talking about building specialized landers for Minmus, which Minmus, because its gravitational pull is so low, is going to require a different type of lander if we wanted to be specialized. That's the 200K option. Then there's the 100K option is kind of, you know, maybe modify some things here and there, but work with what you have, excuse me. And then zero is just use what you have. How much do you want? I'm not telling you that. How do we get a new launch pad? A new launch pad? I mean, the 200K option would probably be the best way to achieve that. For future reference and thought, I think funding should be really based on a payment for the minimal architecture. Like, what does a Freedom 10 cost plus Scout? And then go from there. That costs 70K? Awesome. Funding could be 50, 100%, and 200% of that. Goes with more realistic cost structures in startups. Actually, Rocket Guy, that's a pretty good way of doing that. If it reflects how it works in real life, that would be the best way to do it. Why not 200K and upgrade your launch pad so you could build a taller crane? I could do that. I mean, I'm just giving examples. The truth is, guys, is that, I mean, you guys fund what you think it's going to cost. I really don't think it's wise to, unless explicitly stated and needed for the mission, to upgrade, like use money, appropriate funds that were for Minmus missions for the pad, unless it's profit, unless it's, I've done the mission and I have money left over. You know? Last time I did that, or did something like that, like you extended the deadline for the moon missions and I went and worked on cranes, everybody got really mad. So I'm not gonna do that with the funds. Yeah, that's something I probably won't do. You guys really didn't like it when I budgeted my timeout efficiently because of the deadline that you gave me. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. Why isn't EJ a millionaire yet? What? I don't know, man. I don't think I'm smart enough to do something like that, Zace. I mean, maybe. Who knows? How much fluid cash do you have right now before voting? I have 466K right now. See, here's the thing, and this is the exercise. And I figure, you know, during these polls, it's probably better the first couple of times around that I explain this, right? So, okay. You give me 200K, right? Making a Minmus lander is not going to be that big of a deal, but I'll engineer a Minmus lander. That 200K is enough for me to want to build a specialized piece of equipment. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'll use all the 200K on Minmus. you know, if you guys, I know people are dying to see a bigger launch pad, right? I see it all the time in chat, right? 200K would be a more viable pathway down the road, but get the Minmus missions done first and foremost. It would be a more viable pathway to get that pad down the road, but also at the same time, you know, I can run other missions if we bare bones the mission and operate it at a loss, so zero funding, right? That could potentially lead to launch pads down the road as well. I could do either way, and I kind of keep this fluid on purpose, but I do like playing off of chat. I'm just telling you theoretical things. So like 200K would surefire get you a Minmus mission, but I want to leave it up to you guys what you think I would do with the cash. Now, I already said I have to operate in good faith, so I won't go and use that money for cranes and then run like a half-butt Minmus mission, you know? But if you use a reflown booster, that would be like 60,000 less, right? It's possible, Swishio. Jam, do you have the poll ready to go? So I've not launched the poll yet. But I have options for 0, 100, and 200. Funding options that was decided. I agree. How long do you want the poll to last? Well, these funding ones shouldn't last very long. Let's give it 5 minutes. Including launchpad costs in this program feels cheaty. Well, Empty, once again, I'm just presenting different ways that I could do this. I don't know what I'm going to do because you haven't given me the right amount of money yet, and I'll appropriate it how I see fit. Right? You guys are the Office of Budget. You guys are the Board of Directors. You budget me out. So just think about it before you say, oh, EJ's going to do an awesome Minmus mission for 200K. That doesn't necessarily mean that. But in this particular case, I laid out that I probably would, because I don't like sending lunar rovers to Minmus. I hate operating lunar rovers on Minmus, to be honest with you, because you have to deep throttle the engines and it's super unrealistic. Can you please define the scope of this funding round? What is the minimal expected architecture goals? A lander for Minmus to make multiple hops to different biomes for science, Rocket Guy, and then a probe acting as a reconnaissance orbiter for the relay. How much is a New Freedom 10 core? 60 Gs. 57,364 if you want to be technical. I rounded up. How much science is returned for success? Actually, Concrete, that's a good answer. I'm not sure. Like, that's just, you guys want me to get science. I mean, NASA doesn't know potentially how much science they're going to get from a mission like Perseverance. I don't know if it's easy to measure this science metric like that, but maybe we could down the road. So, once again, the poll is up. You could type hashtag funding, option 0, option 1, or option 2 in chat, and I will bring the poll results up here on the screen, and you guys tell me. But like, you guys, in a real company, the board of directors have to work pretty closely with the chief executive officer, and I'm the chief engineer, to be honest with you, but you guys have to think what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to be nefarious with it? I'll appropriate those funds how I see fit, but I also have to do your objectives at the same time. So the poll is currently running right now, and you guys tell me what you want. I'll be chilling here. Yeah, Canadian. Thanks, man. I try. You're more like Scotty. Scotty is one of my close personal heroes. One of my favorite characters from sci-fi, mate. Automaton while you wait? I don't need to do that. Alright, here. While we're waiting, I'll do this. I don't know if it's in tune. I apologize if it isn't. I wasn't planning on playing today.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hydra, 19-month resub. DMCA? Alright, I'll just play random. I'll just play nothing. Vote. Don't look at me. $50 seconds left. Yeah, pretty much hired. No more Tarkov. Pete, maybe later. We have business in KSP that we have to attend to. I've been tasked with going to Minmus. So the chat is voting on how much money I'm going to get for the Minmus mission. Okay, so here's your winner. Boop. 100K. Okay. Jam, let's set the date. This is not going to take very long. So the time frame, honestly, Friday, Saturday, Monday. Seriously. So how long is it going to take? 2 streams or yeah, so 2 streams, 3 streams, or 4 streams. So set 3 options for the next poll, Jam, for deadlines for the Minmus missions. Friday, Saturday, Monday. So 2 streams, 3 streams, 4 streams. And go from there. Zero funding gang. You guys almost got it. Starting tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so we can start tomorrow. So we'll say 1 stream, 2 stream, or 3 streams. So Jam 3 due dates, which would be Friday the 2nd, Saturday the 3rd, or Monday the 5th, because I don't stream on Easter. That's right, Bandit. No launches to get in the way for a week. What? Shouldn't take more than a few hours to do the necessary changes. Well, you gave me 100K, so I'm going to do something. Oh, no real life launches to get in the way for a week. Yeah, that's right. Okay, next poll is up. So, Jim, 5 minutes on that one. Let's go back over here. I'm going to get the other one up.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. Bunch of guys turning blue down here. We're breathing again. Shut up, Thomas. Will you be doing a Dear Moon video? I don't know. What am I... Yes? I don't know. Maybe, probably not. Are those dates for this weekend? For Minmus, yeah. Science Mission Directorate, guys, is going to go quick. Guys, no James Webb Space Telescoping in here, okay? Here. While we're waiting, I will go into the abyss. There's 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on this poll. I'm into the abyss. Bye-bye. I'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just right here. Just relax. Just relax, chat. That kid sucks. That's not loud enough, man. I'm still here. 2 minutes left on the poll. I'm a little rusty. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
arms are getting tired. Yep, out of shape. Hashtag out of shape. Hashtag fat streamer. Okay. The poll has completed. Yeah, it was a poor attempt at it, Cairo, but yes. Okay, here you go. Tomorrow. Ah, crap. All right. Okay. 100K by tomorrow. Min-miss deadline is on. Now. Well then, that didn't work how I wanted. Fire it up. Wasn't me. We gave you the money. Yes, but you didn't give me the time. You were so busy debating whether I could, you didn't stop to think if I should. Wait, what? Okay, so we got min-miss missions tomorrow. There you go. All right. How'd you go in Tarkov? I won one. Does that help? Killed like 5 people. Well, most of them were bots, but hey, whatever. I assume tomorrow means no time to design anything, so the money is profit. Yeah, to an extent. It's still going to cost me something, Zelter, but hey, it is what it is. He kind of taunted us a little bit. No, I just told you all feasible outcomes there that I had. I'm not going to do that every time, guys. You guys, I'm just going to say the poll goes. I did it that time so you guys can get a gauge on how this system works, because that's what I haven't been doing. You guys got all bent out of shape when I didn't tell you what I was going to do last time. I said 50 min-miss landings, not 49 and a half. So did you extract one? Yeah, Cushion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cushion, I did. Cushion. Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I got one. Just got back, missed the vote. So, chat has decided for 100K, and I will go in here. See, we had 466. Let me put the music back on. Boop. Chat has decided that we will get 100K. Boop. 100K for the min-miss mission. Min-miss mission is due tomorrow by midnight. Yeah, Johan, I got you. Maybe we'll play some more for after hours, but Kerbal is our business right now. Canadian, how Time Warp works is, Time Warp works inside of SOIs. Anything that goes outside of Kerbin, like basically past Min-Miss's orbit, once we get into solar orbit, so we're orbiting around the sun on a transfer, that's what the Time Warps per stream are for. The Time Warps per stream. So, you know how at the beginning of the streams I do this? It's free money for you, Jim. Yeah, this makes it so we could shoot out to the moon, no problem. But if you want to go to Duna, it's going to take a second. If you want to go to Jewel, Elu, it's going to take months. It'll take months. That's part of mission mode, man. You can't get to Duna in like 2 seconds. Or you can't get to Mars in a week. Well, not yet, at least. So basically, today is figuring it out. Tomorrow is launch. Did Squad fix the bug where the craft can change position in a transfer orbit? Not 100% on that one, O-Force. I think that came from doing hack gravity in the save, which I don't think we need to worry about here. So, you guys gave me 100K. I'm just gonna we're just gonna make minimal changes to the vehicles, to be honest with you. Minimal changes. So I'll use a satellite for a relay that we already have. And kind of go from there. How's the Liberty 5 crew? Liberty 5 crew is doing great up there with Pathfinder. Or no, Voyager. Pathfinder was Liberty 4. Another 20 science. Transmit dat science, boy. Transmit that science, boy. 618. Perfect. Now, fellas, while I'm doing this, while I'm figuring this out, I gotta stop the music again. So, for Kerbal Exploration, for KEOMD, Kerbal Exploration Operations Mission Directorate, what I wanted to do was, and this is what I wanted to do, I don't think this is the right move right now. What I wanted to do is, like, okay, what are we going to do with the moon base next? The next, you know, or what are we going to do with the moon next? Are we going to build a moon base? Are we going to build a launch pad? We're going to build a space station? Everybody's kind of all over the place, all right? And I was thinking about it last night, and I like I said I would, and I came up with kind of a solution here, okay? And honestly, this isn't something we're going to vote on. Just, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You guys tell me if you like it. Okay. And keep in mind, this is part of me just trying to figure stuff out, right? Like, I'm trying to figure out a really good way to run mission mode, and that's fun and for everybody. And it also makes it so I don't have to stress myself out like crazy to get anything useful finished. So, what I'm thinking is Kerbal Exploration is set on the moon. Okay, we're focused on the moon right now, and we landed one. 2 attempts, we landed 1. Well, we landed 2, but we'll say 2 attempts, 1.5 times. It was good, right? Now, the Apollo program, for instance, the Apollo program went to the moon, right? And they didn't decide to build a base after Neil and Buzz left the surface of the moon. They proved that it could work, right? They proved that they could do it. They did it 6 more times out of 7 attempts. Well, 5 more times out of 6 more attempts after Neil and Buzz landed, proving that the Apollo architecture was sound. I think we shouldn't so much vote on what we want to do with the moon next, but what I think we should do is vote on funding. Funding for... We had 2 attempts, 3 more lunar missions. 5 attempts total, just to prove that this system works. Frost, the whole idea is an exercise in critical thinking. It's an exercise in critical thinking. You really have to think about what you want to vote on. That does affect the content of the stream very much. Don't try to hypnotize us. We need concrete evidence we can do it consistently. How many missions do you... So, actually, the first question I should ask is, how many more missions do you think I would need to prove this successful? Right? How many more missions do you think that's going to take? Oh, Gartox, please. Please don't do that. 10? Oh, Force, you want me to go to the moon 10 more times to prove that the architecture is sound? Can we tie in pad upgrades into this payment? That's where I was going with that, King. I agree with 3 launches at 100K a pop. Well, keep in mind, for every launch, I need to put a new tug up into space. 3 more flawless missions, okay? So, I think everybody, you know, wants me to keep going with Kerbal Exploration on the moon. And I think the next step, and this, we could use this for future missions, right? The next step, like, we funded, you know, get to the moon by this date, land somebody there, get them back, right? And then once, like, I think in a bigger macro kind of perspective of the entirety of mission mode, the next logical step there is to prove that you can do it multiple times to prove that that first mission wasn't a fluke, right? Hello? Yay. Thank you, baby. I love you.
Yeah, you like them?
Oh, all right.
Alright, love you too.
Well, Concrete, if we wanted to expand it after that, then that's a different story, right? Can I maybe suggest we vote on funding over time? Well, there's 17 moon biomes, so let's say a third of that. 6 total, 5 more times. Muffin, I was going to say 5, to be honest with you. Like, each Apollo mission did a little more than the previous using the same basic architecture. Well, they upgraded the architecture over time, which is why when King asked if we're gonna incorporate rocket and pad upgrades into this, now would be the time to do it. The question is still what I want to do with the moon. Well, Gartox, that comes after I prove that this is a viable pathway to the moon, right? With upgrading our infrastructure, we can simplify mission profile and increase reliability. Well, that's, once again, King, we want our launchpad infrastructure upgraded. This is the one I would rope the cost into, right? So, extended lunar operations. Yeah, that's fine as a good name for this poll, Jim. So, well, okay. Everybody seems to be on the same page there. So, we need, Jim, we got to do 3 more polls right now. I know today's a big voting day, and everybody's been doing a lot of voting this weekend, you know, like on where the direction of our Kerbal program is. But that's why we do this. I try to get this done relatively quick, but sometimes because I don't have all the answers, because mission mode is this is the first time I'm doing it too, I don't have all the answers and I have to figure out ways to optimize it to make it a little more fun for everybody. Yeah, Ice Mage, they did. So there hasn't been many Kerbal missions this week, but that will change, well, starting tomorrow, because I gotta go to Minmus tomorrow, or else I fail another day. That's another minus 20 damn rep. Yeah, well, Muffin, I would. So, nothing, King. Butt-kiss. A lot of lunar satellite contracts. I'm gonna take that one if you guys don't mind. That's alright, it happens, dude. So, the first poll, Jam, will be how many more missions? You could literally title the poll this. How many more missions do we need to prove our lunar architecture is sound? So, lunar transfer architecture reliability. Lunar transfer architecture reliability. I saw a lot of different options in chat, so here's what I'm going to do. The 3 options, based off of just what I saw in chat, are 3. I mean, I saw 3, 5, and 10 the most. We're not doing 10. I mean, we could. I'd need more astronauts for that. I don't think I have enough astronauts to cycle the cruise like that correctly. Yeah. 3, 5, and 10, I think is... I think 3, 5, 7. 3, 5, and 7 would be fine. Yeah. 3, 5, and 7 is fine. So Jam, how many more missions do we need to prove that the lunar our way to get to the lunar surface is repeatable and doable? 3 missions, 5 missions, 7 missions. Send it, baby. Well, King, all of them have to be a complete success. Yeah, actually, I'd say no matter what we choose, yeah, that's a good way to do it. No matter what we choose, 3 of them have to be successful. So if you guys choose 3 missions, that means every single one has to go off without a hitch. Now, that does make it, and once again, I'll explain everything. Full transparency this time around. That does make things very difficult for me. And that will give you a very fun stream to watch, but also that's a little bit go fevery. You got to think about that when you're thinking about what kind of content you want to see here. Do you want to see me fail? I mean, for some of you, yeah, sure. For some of you, yeah, screw this guy. He's just on the internet. I can vote for free, yeah. No strings attached, yeah. I hope you fail. Huh. How about... Okay. If you guys select 3 missions, if you select 3 missions, all of them have to be successful. If you select 5 missions, at least 3 of them have to be successful. If you select 7 missions, at least 5 of them have to be successful. Fair? Three out of 3, 3 out of 5, perfect 5 out of 7. Lavi, we're talking about Kerbal exploration, not science. Well, Shy Gamer, the consumables for any outpost that we've always stipulated is science. Yeah, I got you, Lavi. No, Apollo. I'll do them. Unless chat doesn't want me to. How long do you want to pull the last? 5 minutes. And after this, we'll do funding for this and deadlines. Okie dokie? Hi, Pick. So, Anime, we're currently voting on Kerbal exploration operations. So, yes, these are the manned lunar missions. How many more times do you want me to go to the moon to prove that my architecture with the transfer stage is viable? I'm going to be checking in on some things here. We don't have to do that, King, but I probably will. Well, the bonus objectives for me are completing the mission creation. I try to keep this pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna, while you guys are voting on that one, I'm gonna have that poll open. I'm gonna vote what I think. So it'd be, you can vote in chat right now. It would be hashtag reliable. Jim, you misspelled reliable. Guys, Jim, it's R-E-L-I-A-B-L-E. Spell it backwards. I'm sorry. So you'd have to use R-E-L-A-I-B-L-E. Yeah, or you could copy the link. That's right. Hey, everybody makes typos, and that is what it is. I know it's just a typo. All right, I'm watching here. All right, get those votes in. You got 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We're about halfway through.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Boberico, 7-month resub. Scary, we're voting on how many more missions it's going to take to prove that our lunar architecture, so my transfer stages and getting out to the moon, is a reliable thing. I didn't want to vote on switching to like doing a lunar base or lunar station just yet. Because like Apollo didn't go to the moon once and then that was it. No, they had a bunch of missions behind it just to prove that they could do it multiple times, right? They block bot stuff, right? This is basically a block buy to prove that my transfer stages are working correctly. That's what we're doing right now. In terms of the Minmus Science Directorate, chat wants me to send a lander and a reconnaissance orbiter to Minmus by tomorrow at midnight, and they gave me 100K to do it. So, well, that's a little bit on the challenging side, but all right, 30 seconds remaining. I just want to see stuff work. You guys invested in this architecture. You want to put it to work or not? Once again, with this round of polling, I'll be a little bit more transparent about what we're trying to do here. Do you want this to work or not? We spent the time engineering it. It took me weeks to get this working correctly. I failed a deadline to get it working correctly. That wasn't on purpose, though, but... Okay. Polls have closed. Here we go. Check this out. Ooh. All right. So you guys, we're up to the Luna 3 mission. You guys want me to go all the way up to Luna 8, 8 different landing sites with the landers and the infrastructure. Okay. All right. So, how much is this going to cost? That's the next one here. So, 5 more missions. 5 more missions of that. 5 more missions, and I'm aiming for 100% reliability. If something goes wrong, something goes wrong. I'd say with this one, I know I said 3 out of 5 before, but I think 4 out of 5 is really what we ideally should work for. But 100% reliability is what I'm striving for. But after the completion or failure of the contract, you guys are really the ones to decide. I'm going to shoot for 100% success. 0 funding, gang. So how much approximately is one mission? So, here's the price of a payload fairing with the truck, all inclusive, with the truck and a fully fueled transfer stage. The next transfer stage that we send up anyway is going to be called Transfer Stage 7. So that's the cost of a Freedom 10 payload fairing with the tug. Every mission, I need to go over there. Every mission, we're going to need 2 launches of this. One to resupply the transfer vehicle that's up at the docks up at the station, right? And another one to resupply the lander, right? So take all these costs and multiply them. So keep in mind that the cost of this thing is not 31. I'll give you the actual cost here if I want to get the correct budgeting. I know someone's going to see like, well, it's not. Okay, so it's 13 for the payload fairing, okay? Which means that this truck is about 20 Gs. So we can minus 20 Gs off the next one as well because it's the same vehicle. So the next one would be the upper stage. So that was 13 Gs. We need 2 of them each time. So 26,000, and take 26,000 because you want 5 times, right? 26,000 or 26 times 5. So that's $130,000 worth of transfer stage tugs. Okay? 130,000. All right? Now, upper stages. I'm going to need upper stages here. How much does the upper stage cost? $7,000. So the upper stage costs 7 Gs for a Freedom 10 upper stage. All right, so 7 times 2, 14. So 14 times 5 missions is 70. So 130K from all the payload fairings and the payloads, plus 70K will give us 200K right now for the 5 missions for payload fairings and second stages. Don't forget fuel cost. I'm getting to that. This is the baseline budgeting, yeah. Once again, I'm gonna be transparent with how this, like, with what I would want to do, etc., etc. I'm just giving you. We're just getting baseline numbers right now. You guys, I mean, if you guys wanted to be, like, I'll be real. It's gonna be really hard if you give me the baseline budget, but I could probably do it. I'd supplement it with commercial missions, but once again, that's not because I want to make more money. That's because I really would have to do it that way. We have other operating costs we're not taking into account. Okay. So we're at 200K. This is a Freedom 10 first stage. It's 40,000. We'll round that up to 40,000 because it's a little bit easier of a number. So 40,000 times 2, because I need 2 transfer tugs up there, right? So 40,000 times 2 is 80. 80 times 5 is 400 Gs. So we're at 600,000 right now. That's just the baseline cost for the rockets. That's not including operations, which is the crane. The operations manifest themselves as the crane being recovered and reused, the pad being refueled, and recovering all the vehicles, which I operate the vehicles at a loss because when I recover them, I get 98% of their cost back because I'm not recovering on the pad. That's my maintenance cost incurred on all the vehicles, okay? So we're at 600 Gs right now. That's, once again, that's not including fuel costs, which would be probably about another 100K across the entire vehicle. So that's a that's all of the fuel we need for Freedom 10 right there. So there's our fuel costs right there. 6,100. So 6,100. And we're up at 12,000. So it costs about $6,000 per launch. So if we wanted to be cool about this, and cool, we would do 6,000. So times 10 launches, right? So 660,000 is what we're up to. I mean, Tacos, what did I miss? I'm kind of figuring. So chat said, Loopy, that they want me to do 5 more missions to prove that our lunar architecture is right. And I'm giving them a baseline cost number right now. So we're at about 660,000 funding right here for 5 more launches of all the Freedom 10s. Now, that's just the transfer stages, guys. Keep that in mind. We still have to take into account Freedom 7 operations here. Let me just look and see how much a Freedom 7... oh, geez. No, not that one. How much does a Freedom 7 stack fully fueled cost us? So let's go here. I plan on reusing darts, so that cost is already taken into account. And the landers. I plan on reusing the landers passing. The lander was always designed to be reusable. I'll reuse it as many times as I see fit, my guy. Now this isn't a totally accurate assessment here, but I just got to make a note. Do not use this for prototyping. So, this has full fuel. So, a Freedom 7 launch is 33. So, we would need 5 dart launches, so that's 5 times 33. So that's 165,000, and once again, that's reusing the darts. So 660,000 plus 165 gives us 825. 825,000 is where we're at. This assumes every single booster recovery fails. Yes? Correct, Levy. With the transfer stages, they don't have the TWR to do it unless we wanted to upgrade that, but I'm giving you baseline costs right now and taking into account that every booster might be expended. I don't want to plan my thing around 100 reusability because reusability isn't like 100% proven with us in this program right now, so it's not a good idea. Think block 4, not block 5, right? So how much does it cost to fuel Freedom 7? Well, we already took that into account. That doesn't matter. So 825,000 would be my baseline cost, okay? So, you guys give me the funding. What do you want? Do you want hard mode, which is baseline funding, 850? Okay? Now, okay, in this scenario, and once again, I wouldn't normally tell you this. The whole idea is I'm not going to hold your hand through this. I want you guys to do what you think is right for the space program, okay? For our space flight company that we made. That's the whole point of mission mode, okay? So, I gave you an at baseline cost. We'll just round it up to we'll round it up to 850 because that's just an easier number to use. It's 825, give or take, on the baseline cost, okay? Lavi, I think that's about right. So, if baseline cost would be more firm fixed pricing, so that's something more like Commercial Crew, okay? So, use what you have, put it up into space. That's the harder option for me. But that's the option that gets you the best bang for your buck, I guess. But the best bang for your buck, spaceflight is not forgiving. It's not forgiving. The best bang for you, I've shown you guys throughout many rants on Space News that shorting funding on vehicles during missions or development is a very bad idea. Now, it's really up to you whether you think that's a good or bad idea this time around. It's all about the application with engineering. Remember that, right? Now, chat, the second option would be 1.1 million. 1.1, or you know what, we'll just go with a cool million. Cool million would give me the leeway to be able to utilize this architecture and then maybe implement some upgrades here and there to make it work just a little bit better. Maybe upgrading an engine on a lander, because we can do that with Kerbal construction, okay? Maybe upgrading an engine on the transfer stage, right? We could do this kind of stuff. That's not a problem. That one would be, you know, kind of firm fixed pricing with a little bit of leeway. So that would be more like the shuttle program, basically. Like the shuttle funding kind of went on a mission-to-mission basis. They always overestimated to ensure mission reliability, especially after Challenger. They did the equivalent of throwing money at the space shuttle to make it work, and that kind of worked. But deadlines also helped that, but that's another story. Now, the third option, that's the cost plus option. So I call that the SLS option. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Cost plus is not a fundamentally bad idea when it comes to engineering stuff that you haven't done before, or it's been a while since you've done it. In our case, it's been a while since you've done it in the case of SLS, because, you know, we went to the moon with the Saturn V, but last time I checked, the SLS isn't the Saturn V, so we gotta kind of relearn, right? So cost plus, when you're not sure of how much this is going to cost down the road,
Go at throttle up.
You give it a more flexible funding path. So this next one would be like 1.3 mil. That 1.3 million could be used as development for a larger launch vehicle. All right. SLS bears a very high cost in real life because it paid the program isn't just paying to launch the rocket. It's paying to upgrade the launch pad, upgrade the VAB, keep maintenance on the VAB, maintenance on the crawlerway, maintenance on the launch pads. All the facilities that SLS uses is roped into the funding. That's why this one is more of a flexible cost plus. This gives me a little bit of leeway, all right? A little bit of leeway to, down the road, be able to build a much bigger launch vehicle, utilizing the Freedom architecture, maybe just even scaled up. Access, 61-month resub. Thanks, buddy. So, this is very crucial. Do you guys, like, yeah, if you short me and you want me to do these missions at cost, that's fine. I honestly like all three options. But once again, I think it's important to explain what each one of these is, to kind of give you guys an idea about how this whole thing works in real life. So launching at cost is firm fixed pricing. That's kind of like commercial crew, okay? So I need you to do a task, you do it for me, get it done. Profit, maybe a little bit here and there, okay? The profit we get would be the science in that particular case. Now, the middle option is, you know, okay, I still want you to get these missions done, but I'm going to give you a little bit of headroom just in case something goes wrong. That's the safe option. But that's not giving you the best bang for your buck. The safest option would be 1.3 million, right? But that safe option won't get you the most bang for your buck, but it could get you the most bang for your buck down the road if I use that money to develop a better launch vehicle. Okay? So once again, I'm laying out the options. I'm kind of doing, like, I want you guys to use what I teach during space news and during mission mode and all the stuff about engineering that we learn and mission architecture and flexible architecture, commercial architecture, SLS, Starship. I want you guys to use that when you determine your choice here, okay? Chance of a Freedom 7 being recovered at all. With a dart, it's not happening, Lavi. Oh, like we ever learn anything. This is an exercise in critical thinking, because that's what I think you guys want. I think you guys want me to turn the gears in your head. At least that's what I get from... That's the whole reason I made mission mode. EJ's always a Chad, though. Oh, jeez, Mitch. Come on now. So, I hate saying this, but knowing EJ's efficiency and reliability, 1.3 could be a strong term play for Minmus and Duna development. See, this is what I mean, Scary. This is how this decision right now will affect the space program. This will change the outcome. It could potentially change the outcome of these next 5 lunar missions, and that could change the direction of our space program. It really so I know I always say think about it, but really turn this one over, okay? I want to watch you suffer though. Yeah. From a gameplay standpoint, yeah, that first one, that's a tall order. Launching at cost is really that's difficult. But I mean, that also kind of depends on the deadline, but that's another story. So, the deadline is what we're going to vote on next, okay? So, once again, weigh the options here. Now, okay, I know you guys want me to give you plans and stuff, right? You guys want me to get plans, right? I'll give you plans. So, I'll roll them out this time. If you choose option 1, which is 850, which is basically launching at cost, nothing here is going to get upgraded. Between now and the time in the time allotted for the deadline. No upgrades. Just keep using what you're using. Okay. The second one, you might see minor upgrades here and there. I might pocket a little extra of that cash, but I'm not going to pocket. I'll pocket it to upgrade the pad. And depending on the deadline, might throw in some commercial crews, some rideshare missions onto some of this lunar architecture that we send out to supplement the cash. I don't need to do any of that if you choose the 1.3 billion. 1.3, the big one, the cost plus one, you'll see an upgraded pad and the potential for a much bigger rocket. Reusable, obviously, because that's the architecture you guys seem to want, but we could vote on that when I develop a bigger launch vehicle. Down the road. So you could either kind of go the way of the Soviet space program, just using Soyuz and Proton and getting stuff done, or we could go the way of a Saturn V or Saturn I if we wanted to do that as well. Like, once again, weigh these options. This is important. I haven't done the deadline for this, guys. We haven't done the deadline yet for Kerbal exploration operations. Not yet. Will we see cranes with option 3? Darknays, I honestly don't know. What you will see is more research and development done, and honestly, pad upgrades will be one of the first things I shoot for if you give me the 1.3 billion. Pad upgrades is one of the first things I'll do. The reason why is because I'll start development on a new lifter alongside our current space program. So just think about what you want to do. Now, once again, option 1, 850 is kind of shortchanging me a little bit. That's fine. You still get to see launches all the time. I'm still going to do the mission to Minmus. That's completely different to this. You guys can have 2 deadlines with Science Mission Directorate and Kerbal Exploration Directorate overlapping each other if you really want to. Whatever. That'll probably get you the most stressful stuff, and potentially one of the more fun missions to see. If something goes wrong, you figure out a way to fix it. But that's not generally good for a space program. But if that's what chat wants, that's what chat. If that's the kind of content you want to see, that's the kind of content you want to see. Middle one is nice and safe. The other one, with that 1.3 billion, I'm not going to lie to you. And once again, I wouldn't generally tell you this. With that cost plus contract, basically what I'm going to do is start doing research and development for a larger launch vehicle. And how fast that development progresses really depends on the deadline. My last. Okay, Rocket Guy, what's up? Thoughts on looking at percentages instead of arbitrary funding amounts? I'm thinking 90%, 110%, and 130%, which equates to 770K, 950, and 1.1. Looking at percentages really shows just how much overfunding and everything is. Like 1.3 million is 150%, which is huge overfunding. Jam, do you have the poll made right now? Reliable. Hellfish, I want reliable. Also, as far as larger vehicles go, we can work on a 3.75 class rocket while also doing the first few missions the same way we did second mission to the moon. I have it at 850, 1 million, and 1.3. No, Jado. Kerbal Fireworks, what's up, Solo? Alright, Rocket Guy, let's play Dangerous. Jam, switch the options. The options will still stand, but they basically give me a much less overhead. Rocket Guy, what did you say? So, Jam, switch the first option to 770K, which is underfunding. 950K, which is a slight overfunding, and 1.1 million, which is heavy overfunding. I actually like that. I like the option. So 770, 950, or 1.1. I like that. You guys can underfund me. That's a cool idea, Rocket Guy. I like that. Yeah, if you want to underfund me, you'll see the results of that. If you chose to do it at the wrong time. We getting a Freedom 500 tomorrow? I'm gonna watch it toasted. I'll probably have it on. But, yeah. Okay. Jim, do you have it? You have the poll set? Yeah, that's a good idea, Rocket Guy. 770, 950, 1.1. Yeah, so the options changed a little bit, guys. The first one is underfunding. You think I have enough money. You have enough money, frigging do it. Underfunding can be dangerous to a space program. Constellation's a good example of that. They underfunded it for 3 years, and then they did a study about it based off of the underfunding and found that the program wasn't effective and it wasn't realistic to meet any of the deadlines because they underfunded it. Shock Pikachu face, I know. So underfunding can be bad. Healthy funding, safe options, still in the center. A little bit of overfunding. The overfunding in the Launchpad one gives me a little less overhead to work with development of vehicles, but we can work. I can work with it. 770 is us calling your bluff when you say you need to give me this much. Loopy, yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Under normal circumstances, yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what I think it's going to cost. Of course I'm going to fight for more money. Duh. I'm the engineer. I want to always engineer something better, right? This time though, I gave you guys a baseline cost. Yeah. I gave you guys I gave you the baseline cost, and I was very straightforward with it about this time. And I'm not there seriously, no tricks up my sleeve this time. I wanted to do this time so I could better explain what these options do and the effects that it will have on the stream and our space program. I'm not going to sit here and 770K is underfunding. I'll probably launch most of these missions at a loss. But I still will get a bonus if I complete the contract on time. See last. What's up, Empty? Maybe we should separate R&D into its own program. Empty, no. NASA doesn't do that, and neither does SpaceX either. They don't spin off R&D into its own thing. R&D is incorporated into the cost of the vehicle. That's why SLS is so expensive. Because building super heavy launch vehicles that are 30-story buildings that accelerate to 17,500 miles an hour is expensive. Actually, SLS goes faster than that, 23,500 miles an hour. Yeah, or 38,000 kilometers an hour. Yeah, making a 30-story building do that is kind of expensive. You rope R&D into your costs. So stuff might be a little bit more expensive, but you do incremental R&D over time. Elon is notorious for that. I do like the baselining. That is always how it's done with proposals. I think, yeah, maybe Rocket Guy from now on I'll give you the baseline and you guys can choose to underfund or overfund it. But what I don't want to do is sit here and like kind of hand feed you this all the time, guys. I want you guys to really think about this stuff. So Jam, 770, 950, 1.1. Let it fly. Funding for the lunar program. Making a building fly is expensive. 5 minutes, Anth. Yep. I think you should get a 5% bonus for every new biome. Nah. Passing the science is part and parcel. I'll figure out what I want to do with the science. I could sell it if I want to for a bonus. I don't think we need to do that because it's a game mechanic that already exists. I'm going to say it. You have one of the best relationships with the community, period. Gracias, wish you. You help make it better, dude. NASA's Eagle Works, Skunk Works, DARPA are all completely separate R&D departments that don't have a specific program for the most part. Okay. Yeah, Muffin, that's true. What I do with the science is... It doesn't like decimal points, okay? Yeah, Loopy. It will say 11. So, Jam, just put, actually, yeah, it doesn't like decimals. Yeah, it'll say 11 million. Dude, literally type 1 POINT 1 million. Just do it that way so nobody gets confused. Or just put the numbers. Put the numbers if you want. Have you learned nothing from EJ and I's arguments? Rocket Guy, this is what I'm trying to show him. I'm trying to show him how the funding works and how this all, like behind the scenes, commercial and, I mean, this is a direct democracy. It's not it's not representative, right? So this is more like a board of directors than anything. But the pricing structure does translate in some way, shape, or form. I don't think 770K is underfunding that much, right? Baseline costs, Loopy, and that's general baselining, was 825K. So it's not that much underfunding, but it is a little bit. The argument was that NASA only did mission-specific R&D. Yeah, I suppose it depends on the program, but Hellfish, in the application of rockets, probably would have been the better way to say that. But also at the same time, dude, I don't want to overcomplicate this. All right, I don't want a newer viewer to come in here and be like, "What?" I want people to participate, so I got to keep it more or less simple. It's the gist, right? The mission mode is mission mode encapsulated is an analogy for the space program. So it kind of can translate the point, but if you want a true analog, you need to go read about spaceflight funding, but nobody has the time to do that. Okay, poll is up. I voted. Ooh. Huh. Okay. We got 5 minutes, or well, you got 4 minutes left now. Exclamation or hashtag. Actually, you know what? We'll play a different one. I'm not gonna react to the options. How to play that. There we go. Seconds remaining. What does moon reliability mean in the poll? How many missions is it going to have? How many missions do you guys want to see before we prove that our pathway to the moon, so transfer stages and reusable landers, is the right thing? I have to prove that it works before we even think about building a base. You have to put down the road before you go and build a house at the end of the road. Okay, poll's done. All right. Last poll for funding here. What do you guys think? Austin Gigafactory, hold my beer. Nice guitar. Thanks, Milo. Wow. I'll be honest, guys. That's not the option I was expecting. I'll be, like, once again, I'm not gonna be a jerk this time around, and I'm not gonna put my cards on the table like this every time. But I'm not gonna say that I don't like this option either. That gives me a lot of leeway, a lot of work. I think some people are asleep. Your sales pitch has worked. I didn't sales pitch anything. I didn't sales pitch anything at all. I told you guys all the options, and I told you the pros and cons for every single option. I tried to be as straightforward as I can every single time. Now, of course, RJ. I'm not laying all my cards on the table next time, guys. I'm the engineer. I'm not going to do this every time. I did it because I wanted to bring more people up to speed about how this game works. It's a poker game. I'll be honest. What I would have tried to do... okay, so here. Keep in mind, it's adaptive reactive. I'm not going to do this every time, but I'll show you. What I would have tried to do is sell you guys on 950K that time. Why? Because the engineer wanting to use more money to engineer things? Duh. Yeah, obviously. Everybody would know that that's the option that I want. If it was me trying to sell you on an idea, which is how I want to do this, right? I come up with proposals, what I think is right. I would try to sell you on 950. That's what I would do. I don't want to be underfunded. But also at the same time, would have dangled that nice shiny new launch pad in front of you. This time, I just told you the options. Now, whether you want me to have a poker match with you guys, or whether you want me to just tell you the options, pros and cons, maybe I'll do that a couple more times in the future. But I don't want to hold your hand every time. We need a public database of costs. Well, okay. So I think it's important. So Rocket Guy brings up a good point, and this is probably a rule that I'm going to add. That funding for each program is percentage based. I actually really like that. They're not just some arbitrary made up numbers. And in order for me to do that, Lavi, I need to give you a budget report. Right? How much does this cost? How much does this cost? How much does this cost? What's the baseline? What's 100% funding there? What's 90%? What's 110%? What's 130%? Rocket Guy, I actually really like that rule. Dangling the launch pad doesn't sound structurally sound. What if we dangle it over water and make it float? Is anybody trying that right now? The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Does Chad have a limited amount of money that they can spend? Simulation, no. You guys could... that's partially why I think doing percentages is a good idea. Percentage of funding is a good idea, so we're not just the money, the currency has value. But right now, I haven't really figured out a good way to come up with coffers for the spaceflight company that we're running here. I'm just going to leave it open-ended for now until we kind of think of something that would be simple and easy enough to implement to the rules and something that is easy to understand. I don't want to get into like inflation, a currency, and all that other stuff. Like, I don't want to get into hardcore economics, just basic stuff. So there's no value on the currency right now, but percentages, like I said, will definitely help. Yeah, Ford, yeah, right? With that water proposal, what have you taken in the last 48 hours? Tarkov. Wait, what? Can I submit a promotion request for Rocket Guy? From mod to VIP mod. VIPs have a negative connotation in here, remember? It's the VIP cone of shame. Simulation, if you really want to be honest, the rule that I have now is you guys obviously don't receive a monetary sum, right? You're the board of directors. The board of directors are obviously upset. Their salary is important, but what's the board of directors' job at a company? The board of directors' job at a company is to make sure the company does something, right? That's the board of directors. That's why the board of directors exists in a corporate structure, right? No, you're not getting paid. Badger's like, I'm out. So take that into account. The profit that you gain is content for the stream. The content you want to see for the stream. Now, dude, I can't think of any other streamer that does something like this. I'm sure there's somebody out there somewhere, right? But You like with this Kerbal Space with this save with Mission Mode 2, you guys put into the save. You guys have chosen the architecture. I guarantee you, if I just started another Mission Mode save and just played by my Mission Mode rules, and you guys didn't vote, Dart wouldn't exist. I would never have done that ever. I would never have made a mini shuttle like that. I would never have made flyback stages that look like a flying cigarette. This whole launch pad, no, never would have been made. Not even close. The mission architecture I would have came up with from a Mission Mode save right off the bat would look nothing like this. You guys are the ones that made this. So keep in mind that that's your profit. Right? That's what your goal is as the board of directors for the Eric Johnson Space Administration Corporation, right? It's your content. Content is your profits. I want my KSP money back. No. Wait a minute. You guys aren't getting paid to watch EJ? Oh, gosh. Well, strike. You realize that if you call a strike, it's me striking against you, right? Bobby, you're the board of directors. You're upper management in this case. The board of directors can't strike? Is that... Wait, that's illegal. Defund the EJSA. Oh, shut up, Thomas. Damn Stroop. Upper management union. That's not a thing. That's not how that works at all. Now, how about upper Wumbo union? Because any senior executive positions have the job title of Wumbo. So you're the upper Wumbo union. Ooh, oh, God, no. I did that on purpose. No, it's direct democracy simulation. That's how a corporate structure works. Really, Muffin? Interesting. So for the deadline, 10, 12, or 14 days. Okay. Let me look at this, and once again, I'll do this in good faith, okay? I'll do this in good faith. Jam, do the 17th, the 24th, and the 1st. Seriously. 17, 24, and 1. 17 is a tall order. It's hard to do 2 launches a stream. That's very difficult. I guarantee you, like, okay, and this is not me selling you on anything. 17th is 2 weeks out. 2 weeks. That is a tall order for 5 lunar missions. It took me 3 weeks just to get 1 working. And it took me 3 weeks before that to get a 1 mission that partially failed. But we weren't developing stuff. 2 weeks is doable. Okay? That's gonna be a real hard push. Okay? That's doable. But that's a really bold deadline. Really bold. Okay? That would be difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. And once again, I'm not gonna say, like, try to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have them pick this. No. I'll be very straightforward with you this time, just so people can understand how this all goes together. I'm not doing the 10th. A week is impossible for it's 5 missions, 3 missions for 15 launches. That's impossible. That's impossible. That's like asking for an SLS launch every week. I mean, I do want that, but also, if we wanted that, you'd have to scale up the infrastructure big time. You better give me more money. No. So, 10 is, I'm just going to rule out 10. 3, absolutely not. 17 is, that's pretty ambitious. More on the difficult side. 24, more realistic. Nice and easy. 1 is way out there. I'll be honest. 1 gives me a lot of leeway time to work on the extra launch pad, or work on the developed launch pad if you wanted to do that. But I tried to teach this lesson, and once again, full transparency on my part, just this time around, so you guys understand. I tried to teach you this last time on what happens if you don't have an aggressive deadline. Landing on the moon in 2024, good example. You guys gave me 3 weeks. I didn't need 3 weeks. I didn't need 3 weeks. You gave me plenty of time for the lunar extension. I didn't need 3 weeks, so I dicked around with cranes. I did that on purpose. I'm serious. You might be like, yeah, okay, you did that on purpose. You just wanted to work on cranes. No. I did it on purpose to show you guys what happens if you don't give stuff an aggressive deadline. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This time around, one would be kicking the can down the road, saying, oh, you know, it'll be like the original parts of the SLS program. Oh, we're going to build this rocket, we'll find out its mission later, and then maybe we'll do an asteroid redirect in the 2020s. That's that one. That's this guy right here. That's May 1st. May 1st is kicking the can down the road. But a lot of research and development will happen there. 24 is right down the chute. Good, steady, gradual development on the launch pad. Maybe once a week we work on development there on a new launch vehicle. The launch vehicle probably won't be finished by the deadline, but that's not an objective. So you guys did overfund the heck out of me. So you guys chose 1.1 bill, or 1.1 mil. I wish it was bill. So 24 is what we would need to get this done really right. 17 is very ambitious, but you did overfund me. But keep in mind, just like last time, if you overfund on a really tight deadline, throwing money at the problem doesn't necessarily fix it, right? But that does give me that I will try to go faster if you choose the 17 option. I will try to go faster, and that means that missions could fail. But we have the currency to back it up. So if a mission fails, it's not as big of a risk because we're overfunded a little bit. We have a little bit more runway. Ha 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 ha, because the booster lands, right? We have a little bit more runway to deal with. 17, I got to do it once. I got to do it right. Basically, no development on a new lifter will get done there. 24 is right down the pipe. That's nice. Nice and copacetic there. 1 is kicking the can down the road. And once again, I'm not going to tell you this every time. And every mission changes. Different architectures might take different amounts of time. Just because, you know, 3 weeks right now is kicking the can down the road doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be kicking the can down the road in the future. It depends on how difficult you want the mission is, whatever mission you choose. I gotta keep up with chat. What happens if 4 week wins, but more people voted for 2 or 3? It would make no sense to do that if say a majority wanted less than 4. That's not how direct democracy works, Lavi, but all right. Yep, you have time for innovation. Did you just start mission mode? Jackal, we're working on voting for the direction of the space program right now. How I play this, dude, is chat votes on the mission. I told you that the other day, and thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. You played us again. No, not at all. If 1 means pad upgrades, it might be worth it. Yeah, you know nothing about rocket science. This is April Fool's. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, interesting, Muffin. Sorry, I'm just keeping up with chat. What if you focus on the 17 and then focus 1 week on vector development? I could do that, Swishio. I didn't really think of that, but that could be done. I wouldn't want to rush the missions like that, dude. You got to find a nice, healthy pace with missions like this. Poll is up in 30 seconds. Did I watch the dirt race? I did. Yep. 5 missions, right? 12 streaming days to do 5. 18 streaming days to do 5. And then, no, we aren't giving 1. Yeah. Keep in mind, if you vote, you can just vote right on the website. You don't need to vote in chat. So if you're worried about the mods, poll is up. There it goes. If you're worried about the mods hitting you with the sword for voting an option, you can always vote directly on the website. ejsa.space. All right. Let me open up the poll. I voted. Is that permission to abuse your power? No. How's the weather? Rocket Guy says, I think about it like this, chat. 5 missions in 12 streaming days. The 17 option is a lot of the same thing. 18 streaming days. The 24 option gives us a mix of missions and operations carried out on the stream. Rocket Guy, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to influence it. I'm not trying to sell anybody on a particular option. I explained the pros and cons of every option here. I'm being straightforward this time around. That does not mean I will do it again. I want chat to learn, and sometimes chat might end up learning the hard way. Wait, Minma's deadline Friday means tomorrow. Yeah, Phil, it's just for a lander and a probe. Science Mission Directorate is... The Science Mission Directorate's going to be a lot of voting. It's going to be a lot more of... like, you'll see a lot more polls for Science Mission stuff than you will for Kerbal Exploration. Just because of how we set this up to operate. So, once again, there's a minute 30 left. Weigh your options. And I swear, you know, streamer's honor, I guess. That's not a thing. That made it sound worse. No, I was very straightforward with the deadlines this time. Yeah, 17th is very bold. That's very bold. That's like Apollo program bold. Okay? 24th is realistic. Realistic will get you a pretty decent net result. Get you a good mix of content on the stream. May 1st is... once again, I wouldn't try to sell you on May 1st. In the future, I'm not gonna say what I want. I'll try to silver tongue you guys. I'll try to sell you something. Let us sing our ABCs while we wait. "15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. The poll has closed. The board has decided. The council has decided. Was that thing a gift? No, I bought it. All right. Here's your... Sasha, come here. Okay. Here is your answer. There it is. Wow. That's really close. The Senate will decide your fate. 69 won last time, 69 lost this time. Ugh. Yeah, better, Ambroso. Okay, you guys chose the realistic option. That's fine. No, Scotch Leaf, that's pretty good. Really, EJ, you chose May 1st? So? I threw away my vote. It doesn't matter. No option reached 50% runoff time. Oh, geez, Yarg. You know, let's just take the rules and just make up our own rules as we go, right? That always works just fine in any type of hierarchical structure. Yeah, that's really good. Man, you're a really smart guy. We should listen. Oh, wait, no, that's how stuff goes wrong. Yeah, let's not do that, all right? Shame on you. Smell my finger crust. I pity. All right. So, 5 lunar missions, 5 different landing sites. You guys chose the 24th. You chose wisely. You chose the cup of a carpenter. Yarknit chose poorly. Father was a great Jedi and a cunning warrior. Shame, dong! Shame, dong! It's confirmed. Oh God, Ford, no! Ford, no! Abandon ship! Pull the ripcord! Women in Mogs first! Someone help me! I'm still alive, just very badly injured. I think my legs are broken, but I try. Wait, is Yarg Belak? Fortunately, the chat Vitos don't know you like I know you. Unfortunately, the chat Vitos don't know you like I know you, Yargnit. Oh, sick. Sorry, I just got some good news on a development. Scary, if you're still here. That thing. Oh. Okay. Nice. You guys know how I always say that I always try to work on these little side projects and, you know, most of the time nothing comes of it. This one actually might work. No, Hayes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing like that. Trust me. It's nothing like that. It's not a 50-foot Baran model. No, I didn't buy a damn space shuttle. Do you think I would be reacting this way if I had just purchased a space shuttle? You know good and well that if I had purchased a space shuttle right now, I'd be on the ground going, yeah, future, you know? No, Brim. No, I wish that project was going through. That would be really cool. I bought a tank. What the hell am I going to do? Where am I going to put a tank? GoFundMe purchase for a Dexteral tank. There is an ET for sale, actually, in Florida. Just thought I'd let you know. It's a functioning external... Well, it's not functioning. It was a test article. You bought Discovery? No, Discovery isn't for sale. 22, 23, and 24 are going to be a fun time. I hope Crew 2 gets scrubbed and pushed back a little bit, Umbroso, or else I am boned. Yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't tell you guys, but just in case, Crew 2, the second Dragon flight, is scheduled to launch right there. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm planning this day for the final mission. I want Luna 8 to be right there. I'm gonna just pretend like those 3 days don't exist. If you get the tank, Discovery could be for sale. You don't want to buy a space shuttle? I know where you can get one. Well, no, that's not big enough. Wait. This original Green Wing Rockwell International Full Stack Contractors model stands about 12.5 foot tall. Oh, inches. I'm an idiot. Nah, that's not big enough. That sucks. I want a 9 foot tall. Where's my 9 foot tall shuttle, man? God, I can't even tell feet and inches apart from all you metric punks shoving this crappy metric system down my throat. You know what? Your metric system into the harbor. I've decided into the harbor. I don't need your easier measuring systems. Easy. Oh, it's easier. It's easier. Yeah. You turn your nose up at my inches. I'll take my inches and jam them down your throat. The unit of measurement, nothing else. You know it's better. Of course it is. But we don't do things because they are easy. We do things because they are hard. I do believe that the one thing that's ever delivered humans to the surface of another celestial body was engineered using the Imperial system. It's $20 in its original Rockwell. Oh, fine, okay. Can you explain the ISS traffic this month and why OFT2 had to get delayed? They missed the window. There's only two IDAs. Squishin? Seriously, that's the reason. There's only 2 IDAs and they missed the window. There's going to be another Dragon and another Crew Dragon and another resupply Dragon up there. NASA doesn't have enough docking ports. The other one is currently $20. It's bigger. Yeah, but that's just the shuttle. You have yourself to blame. Yeah, whatever. I just found out that I won't be able to attend the launch in Florida. Thanks for the info, though. I appreciate it. I'm sorry about that, Need. That sucks. Okay. So now that we have the directive in our funding, can we start speccing out the 375 vehicle? Blame Napoleon. He started it. We were happy with Imperial, too. I don't know, Tessa. Stone, feet, inches, miles. All right? That system's harder to use, so it builds character, all right? It builds character. I use metric every day, and I don't. It is definitely easier. But it's not that. It's the principle of the thing. I'm out of coffee. Damn it. All right, so 1.1 million, right? Let's jack the funding. Here we go. Shut up, Plate. Don't tell them that. Why would you tell them that? Damn commie. Shh. All right, anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Done. Okay, we're good. What do we decide on really quick? 2 big things. I need to deliver a probe and a lander to Minmus by tomorrow, right? And then we need to do 5 missions to the moon. 5 of them. 5 missions to the moon by the 24th. At the 24th, so the deadline at the 24th, if I make it, is what are we going to do with the architecture from there? Moon base. We gotta build a base down on the moon. We gotta build a space station around the moon and just land on the moon for science. Are we gonna build rovers? What are we gonna do? That's where we go from there. What else do we want to do with the moon? Or do we want to just say, screw it, we're good, and work on another architecture? Those are the plans. You guys funded me at 100K for the Minmus mission. 100K for the Minmus mission tomorrow. And 1.1 million for 5 lunar missions, which is... That one is gross overfunding, but the idea behind that, and once again, I was very straightforward on this, the idea behind that is part of that money will go to developing a launch vehicle, a bigger launch vehicle and a bigger pad. So, yeah, we got some work to do. Keep in mind that Saturday, if I complete the Minmus mission, Saturday, you vote on another science mission. Or you vote to send another lander to Minmus. I mean, it's really up to you guys. Do you think NASA will add more docking ports to the ISS? When Axiom launches their modules up there, rocket science, they will. Here, I'll show you. So Axiom Space is a commercial entity that's going to build commercial modules that attach to the ISS. And their modules on the long axis here. So this right there, they have IDSSs. They have extra docking ports. So what most likely will happen is that you'll have a place to stay right here, a place for a spacecraft to dock here, 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 and then wherever PMA2 went. But yeah, and once again, that is happening. That is happening. That's not, like, oh, maybe this will happen in the future. These contracts are paid. I'm trying to... I had a picture here. Thomas, do you have the picture? They had the Axiom module all figured out, but either way. Guys, this is basically... what these are basically a Cygnus. It's not a Cygnus, but it's a similar architecture. So you have a large pressurized area right here, and then the service module is going around a docking ring. So there's a tunnel, right? There's a crawlway going this way, right? And then the service module is wrapped around that. Kind of like a Dragon capsule, almost. It's kind of like a large Cygnus, but it's in-house proprietary, so. Would they still use the PMA? Well, it has the IDSS on it, so yeah, of course. Hey, AJ, what's up, Terwin? I did a work of art for KSP while I was watching the stream. Can I share it? Give me 1 second. Okay, post it. Gateway is literally a Cygnus that's been modified. Pretty much. Scary, did you hear what I said? That thing? That project that, you know, I was working on? That thing? Yeah, that's happening. The Dunashian. It's like the Martian. I get it. That's cool. Cygnus survive everything. Lavi, I actually... You know who sold me on Cygnus? I was at the ISSRDC in 2014, which was in Boston. And it was a conference about the ISS, right? And you know who sold me on it? Dan Tanney, the astronaut. He was telling me about Cygnus and all the... He was telling me and NASA Man, actually, about all the capabilities of Cygnus. And I'm like, wow, that thing is useful. Holy crap, that's a good... I don't... Who cares if it's expendable? That thing is super useful for what it is. Oh, boy. I'm on it. I'll text you soon. Here, Scary, I want to shoot you a message here real quick. What pick are you talking about? At the Axiom Cupola module one, Thomas? We're working on the Minmus mission tonight. No. It's 10:07. Here, let's go in here and I'll kind of lay down the groundwork. Read last if you didn't yet. I was talking to a friend. I gotcha. Gotcha. What's up, Jackal? Make a space base on the moon and build rockets there so you don't have to deal with the atmosphere. So, Jackal, that's what I'm thinking is one of the pathways. Yeah. Well, no, they had a picture. They were chemically treating one of the window modules. But yeah, that's the module. That's just a render of it, though. Jackal, so you don't build the car before you have a road to drive it on, unless it's an off-road vehicle. But you get the idea. We got to build the infrastructure. We got to build the road to the destination first. That's what we're doing right now. So the 24th, I have to send 5 more crews out to the moon. 5 more. Out to the moon and back. And bring them back down safely. By the 24th. Okay? After the 24th, that's once we have the road proverbially paved out to the moon, that's when we think about what we want to do on the moon next. Do I want to make the moon a Kerbal training ground? Do I want to build a launch pad on the moon? A reusable launch pad, something I can land on and refuel a vehicle. Do we want to do that? We could do that. Sure. Why not? Yeah, there you go. It was off the Twitter thread. So check this out, guys. Talking about the Axiom space modules, take a look. Axiom is working on their cupola right now. That is one of the window modules that will get launched into space for their cupola module. See it? They're chemically treating the aluminum with anti-corrosives. So that's a nice zinc bath or probably something like that. Models available for loan. Cool. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, cool. What rocket will Axiom launch on? I think it's SpaceX Jam, but I don't think that contract is out. But if I know Axiom, who are launching commercial astronauts, not commercial crew, commercial astronauts. So privately funded, they're not really astronauts. Privately funded space citizens, I think, is the right nomenclature for that. Axiom is launching people into space using SpaceX, using a Dragon capsule. That's on top of the Inspiration 4 mission. So my guess is that a Falcon 9 will probably deliver those modules into orbit. Taka typing intensifies. Hey, that guy on the far right looks familiar. Don't listen to him. Yeah, Scary the Dragon Bubble is amazing. That's Inspiration 4, though. But I'm going to go ahead and go out on the limb there and say that Axiom is probably... the Axiom module will probably have that as well. Hey, look, EJ gets a board member of Viacom in Mission Control. It's Viasat. Viacom is something different. Viacom is not that. Viacom is not that. All right. All right, so let's start making plans here. Start making some dang old plans here. That's correct, Mink. Yep. McDonald's Play Place Windows. So, oh my gosh, you see it too. It definitely looks like it. Loopy, it's kind of messed up. I didn't see it until you said it. I'm like, oh, it does look like that. All right, so what do we want? We have 618 science. What do we want and what are we buying? Oh gosh, Loopy, jeez. Don't do that. Oh. You know what you want? Nah, get the SSDO parts. Payload bays. The payload bays. Oh, damn it, Tessa. Why'd you gotta make this difficult? You jerk wagon. We have 618, which means I can only, I can afford 2 of these or 1 of this tier here. What's down here? That's the big relays. Scanning and Mark III. I was thinking this and that. The Kerberdyne S3 7200. And then we pine for shuttle engines. Because reasons. Science and payload. Well, we already unlocked this thing. I'm gonna buy the ionographer. I'm not gonna buy the ore equipment just yet. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on it. Don't need the big tanks yet. Science first. It pays for itself. Well, we have the gravioli detector. I still gotta take a trip around KSC and score all the science from that. No point to spend science on rocket parts till after the moon missions. Well, Core, funny you should mention that. Chat overfunded me again. But this time I explained the options out so people understand what they're getting into. The overfunding option comes with the expectation that I start development on a heavy launch vehicle. So, yes, you're absolutely right. There's no point, but I was very straightforward with the options this time to kind of teach chat about how this game works. I'm not going to do that in the future. So, chat funded me at 1.1 billion, I keep saying billion, 1.1 million with the expectation that I'm going to upgrade the pad. So, let's see. Honestly, scanning is a must. Yeah, I want that. Give me all this. I'm gonna buy all that right now. So we have 318. Good number. Tessa, I'm not sold on the shuttle parts, to be honest with you. I don't know, RJ. Maybe. I kind of want the long jumbo tanks there. And we checked the station recently. I did it a second ago, Corey. Yeah, we did. I just got about 20 science off of it after I did the mission mode time warps today. Yeah, it's Mark III stuff, Tessa. What do I want? Balloon tanks. Yeah, me too. You think fuel tanks are the go-to, Shardies? I'm kind of with you on that one. But which ones? We could get the long 2.5s there. Shuttle parts mean you could go for a 375 Starship. Yeah, but I can't do a 375 Starship if I don't have any 375 tanks, man. Well, T-Man, a heavy launch vehicle is going to require a redesign of the pad, so...
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, redesign of the pad. Hey, Bastion Fenrir. Subscribe to Tier 1 for 2 months in advance. Thank you. Welcome to Mission Control. Your go at throttle up. Thanks, Bastion. I appreciate that, man. Really. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy this. It's stressful, man. Dude, I thought you guys were going to choose the 17th. Honestly, I was screaming internally during that vote. Just on a side note, just random thought. Save the remaining science and choose the vector on the next pass. Okay. Type 3 tanks are in the shuttle parts and they hold the same amount of fuel. Well, that's just liquid fuel, though. Oh, Anth, you're a jerk, man. It's messed up. Why do you hate me? Should we get the vernier engines? Nah, we don't need that right now. The bigger monoprop tanks might be useful. I don't care about any of these. Well, actually, the bigger monoprop tanks again. So it's kind of one or the other. No, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. I think the next thing we should shoot for is 1, 2, or 3. Now, what I'm going to do here is, because, yeah, it's getting a little bit on the later side. I wasn't doing it to be mean. How freaking cool is this shot? Yeah, Muffin, that's right. Petition to put this in the loo. Oh, is that snow in Detroit? That's awesome. That is cool, Panta. How's the try? T-Man, I worked on the battery tray yesterday, and I got it pretty much finished. Alright. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I have 300 science. I'm going to pull the trigger on those 375 tanks right now. We'll get 500 science back well before these lunar missions are finished. Oh, stop it, Loop. Stop doing that. Stop it. I'm doing it. Boom. I didn't really need the decoupler. All right. All right, Muffin, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, man. Loopy's telling the truth, though. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Okay. Okay, please hear me out. Take the big tanks and clip 2 empty twin-bore engines in it. It's a great rocket. I know that. Yeah, I know that design. Can we do that? Oh. Oh, that is the chattiest of the chat upper stages right there. No one can no one can out chat this stage. Check that out. 6,200 meters a second delta V at 0.73. Went to Endeavor on Monday. Took some photos I think you like. Was it? Space Lab? Space Hab. Oh, when did this get here? Flicker! Flicker! Stop it! Stop that! Stop it! There's racks, experiment racks right there. And then the power bus is at the bottom here. It's always been there? Are you sure? I don't really remember that being there. Flicker. Flicker. Sorry. Yep, all 7 times I've gone. I don't remember that being there. Flicker? I don't even know her. What a Chadmobile! God dang! Yeah. It's true, Devious. So what did you think of her? The shuttle with the dark tiles. Yeah, she doesn't talk much, but if you'd like, I'd arrange a much more personal relationship. Digital launch services, hard at work. Pay no attention to these hypocrites, chat. To deny our own instincts is to deny the very thing that makes us human. Yeah, Roblox, if that ever happens, they don't have the money to do it. I can show you the RS-25s if you play your cards right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's an instrumentation hook. That's a power out hook. That's a control hook. That's the power in. That's a O2 purge and an H2 supply. You could tell they're that way because of the way that they are. UTC Power, United Technologies Corporation. Fuel cell power plant. Date of manufacture, 1990. Jeez. I also noticed there were some tiles missing on the back. There's no tiles missing on that thing. Yeah, Levy, that's pretty cool. Tiles missing? Where? My brother used to work for United Technologies. Really? Gravy. I love that thing. I love those things. Are so damn cool. It's so ridiculous. All right, you know what? No. I'm not gonna swoon over it. I'm not gonna swoon over it. Back to KSP. All right. So, we do have the poodle here. I've always wanted to see what this is. What does this get us? Oh, 6,500 at 0.6. 6,559 for an upper stage at 0.6. And this one is 6,252 at 0.7. Oh, man. See, I love incorporating it and making it, kind of clipping it in to make it look like it's attached. Put weight on the top and check the delta V numbers? Oh, here, I'll put 18 tons on the top, give or take, and we'll X that out. 3,100. Not bad. Do you have the Wolfhound unlocked? Of course I do. Wolfhound probably isn't going to give us the delta V that we're looking for. But I could be wrong. Hello? Why am I missing it? I'm looking right at it, aren't I? Oh no, I don't. I don't have it unlocked. I had it unlocked. Yeah, no, it's in the advanced propulsion. That's so cool. It looks like the bulkhead. I actually think a poodle in this would be really, really useful. So let's just play here for a second. Let's just play here for a moment. Just bear with me here. What are we talking about if we did... You know what I'm talking about, Mel. You freaking cockroach. Yeah, that's right, Jacob. TWR on the upper stage there is 0.6. That's high for an upper stage. That's actually quite that's up there. Bad? What do you mean bad? That's awesome. Can chat give you signs to unlock parts? No. I have to unlock the signs. What do you mean bad? That's freaking... Man, screw you. Screw you and your Dawson's crap. Go to hell, Pacey. Try the twin bore? I hate the twin bore. I hate that booster, and I don't have it unlocked either. Fine. Fine. Yes. Yeah, I have a test for the shuttle engine contracts. That's why I can place them. Seven shuttle motors, dude? That's... We're not talking what I just... Man, this is what we're talking about here now. You want... That's still too much. That actually would work. And this lifter would quite literally have a mass of 80 tons. Like, that could be the payload fairing. Because this is plenty of Delta V, man. The second stage, dude, this is enough for boost back, landing, and everything. How tall is this thing? I'm not tossing shuttle engines into the ocean. This would... If I did something like this, guys, it would be like Falcon 9. I would have Falcon 9 with shuttle engines. air starting a shuttle engine. I know it's not really ideal. More here. What about Freedom 10's design? Dude, that's almost enough. And that should tell you exactly why Freedom 10 has stability problems with Dart on top of it, guys. That's almost enough to move that. 4 Bobcats are really good. A mainsail? Alright, I'll pay for it to be unlocked. Sure. Oh, mama. One mainsail isn't enough. Hey, Warjo! For the lunar missions, are you planning to do a direct descent or Apollo-style landing? Ryan... It's kind of like Apollo with a little bit of elements from the space transportation system incorporated in there. And also, what else is in there? I have a single stage to orbit lunar lander that can be refueled. Sudden urge to cancel programs intensifies.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Wood, 17-month resub. Vulcan style, dual B4s. Oh. Nah. It's not good enough. So. I was referring to the mainsails? Yeah. So this is just me ballparking different things. Maybe an expendable heavy lift TEL would allow you to work around the current pad restrictions. At least give my baby twin bore a chance. I don't want to spend 65 G's on that thing, man. Screw that. That's an entire Freedom 10 mission. Some idea of the next crane project. Oh, that freaking thing, whatever. I could see that link, man. Holy cow. Rocket plane Kistler inline 3 or bust. Hell no. That would take forever to turn on during an engine startup. Oh god, kill it with fire! You love it, Yard. I actually really like this. Balls. That's actually pretty stout. I just noticed something. Soyuz MS-18 is launching next week, so that will make 2 Soyuz docked at once. And Crew 2 is launching on the 27th. That makes 14 astronauts in the station at once for a week or so. Cool. I meant something like this. Noted. Why not mix engines? I don't like doing that. Are you just making a mini Ares 5? No. So we don't need that if we're gonna do that. Freedom 7 boosted LV4 to the moon in RO. I get it, Loopy. That's funny as hell. There was another vote. There was like 5 big body. We did a lot. We got a lot of voting done today. You can check on the website if you want to see. So chat decided, actually I'll just tell you. Chat decided I need 5 more missions to prove the lunar architecture. Before we can start deciding whether we want a base. I need to make sure we have rapid, reliable transportation to and from the moon. Okay? They gave me 1.1 million to get 5 missions done. 5 more missions on top of the Luna 1, Luna 2, and Luna 3. 5 landings, 5 different landing sites. I have till the 24th to do it. And I have $1.1 million to get it done. On top of that, chat also funded a mission, a Minmus lander and probe for the Minmus Science Mission Directorate mission that is due tomorrow at 100K a pop. So we're sitting pretty right now. Can you launch 2 moon landers with 1 heavy rocket? I'm taking these numbers into account with 18 tons of payload in the payload bay, guys. If we wanted to do this, we could. It would be difficult, but I could. No, that's just Orange Titan 4. But it's not. It's better. You're not at sea level. Oh. I don't know if we have the Delta V to get that done, Anth. Yeah, Vision. Have you heard of the Ampleman A-type gangway? No, alarming. Watch all 5 missions with 1 rocket. Because, Vizio, I'm going to pack it in soon. The Minmus architecture, you guys funded me at 100, so I'm not going to modify much. I have the exact mission thought up, and Freedom 10 is able to do it in 1 launch. So, 1 day is plenty of time. Clustered vectors is the answer. Screw 42. Screw your damn towel. Oh, alarming. That's cool, man. Look at that. Oh, geez. What the frick is this? What? What the hell? What the frick are you on about? Well, yeah, why not 42?
This is an Ampleman A-type. This system is capable of operating up to 3 meters significant wave height. First, the people walk over the gangway onto the transfer deck. When everyone's on the Ampleman, the system pre-starts. When all systems are checked and safe, the transfer deck goes into the neutral position and the gangway moves outwards.
Okay. Okay, I'm still with... What the frick?
The motion compensation fades in. The Ampleman is now in compensating mode. The gangway is telescoped out towards a landing point. Contact with the structure is made and kept by exerting a constant pressure.
I can't make Skylon right now, Yarg. I don't have a Rapier engine unlocked. And Yarg, even more so, why the hell would I trust you? You've given me nothing but bad ideas all night.
After completing the transfers, the gangway will retract. The system goes back to neutral and the transfer deck goes back to its central position.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. It's not a crane, it's a gangway. Differences. That's OP. Yeah, that's cheating, man. Ford, stop doing that, dude. Stop it. Stop doing that. Pull the ripcord, man. Is your VAV capable of building this? No, Ryan. But chat gave me a lot of money to make sure that it could be if you pick up what I'm laying down, dude. What's the largest onion stage first stage you could build right now? Yeah, Yarg, how would our SSTO launch Dart on a, like I know the SSTO option is not a bad idea, but how would our single stage to orbit launch Dart into space? I'm not changing that. Dude, I put way too much time into that to abandon it for something else. I know, alarming. That's really cool. Okay, Loopy. I mean, I think you've earned that. Show me pictures of what you want to develop. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I need to go for a little drive. Excuse me for a moment, please. Hell, maybe Dart could be modified into the crew compartment escape capsule for the SSTO. Did you hear the news about Hamilton? No. You're not April Foolsing me, right? Yeah, he's still winning. Tessa, you're not Yarg tier yet, but you are rapidly approaching Yarg tier. Just saying. I had this exact idea 5 weeks ago and you shot it down because I didn't have the money to do it, Lavi. You twerp. Yeah, you dingbat. That's for later. Golf carts. Never go full yard. No. No, don't never go full yard. That's not a good idea.
No, I don't watch trash, Forge.
I watched a clip from it the other day and I just wanted to punch myself in the dick. And I'm like, this is making me want to punch myself in the dick, so I don't want to watch this anymore. Yeah, true story. Do that in KSP. This thing, how are we going to get the boosters back? Oh, we got to think about that reusability, bros. What about... What about something like the Navajo? I don't know how to rock. Yeah, it would be difficult. Phantom Express is possible. Alright. Either way. How much is the Gravioli gonna get us? I'm just gonna drive around with the Gravioli for a second. So apparently there's a big shipping bottleneck going on in California. Okay. Oof. Here's the thing, careful spoilers. That design is so stupid. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Phantom Express with a dart on the side. I know about that thing, Loopy. I watched the cutscene. I'm very disappointed in the technical advisor for All Mankind. Very disappointed. Phantom Express with a dart or a PLF on the side. You could just do either for convenience. Yeah, that's not the worst idea. Tom, someone say Navajo? Yep. I gotta sneeze. Ryan, I could build rockets with boosters on the sides. Two reasons why I don't. It requires a more complicated gantry crane. And also, it's kind of at odds with reusability using boosters, man. Stoppy bonus. Alright, I just wanted to see how much Gravioli we get from this. I'm just going to recover. It's going to give me 6 science. It's better than how I did it back when I was at that stage of my program. I made a monstrosity. I'll have to go find pictures. Alright. Well, you did get overfunded, so a Shuttle 2 with Dart integration and a PLF interchangeably would be baller. Alright. Hey, Likes, what's up, man? What's that, How to Rock? The Falcon shuttle? Oh my goodness. What? 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 Where did you find this? Heat. 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 Lots of heat. I mean, I don't hate it. This is kind of like SERV actually, from what I'm looking at here. Yeah, okay. Not the worst idea, but pretty complicated architecture. SERV. Dart. What's that, Loopy? Here's the idea. Okay. Okay. But Thomas, it's such a good idea, though. Could we make it? The Chrysler rocket, Tessa, yeah. I tried it, but I tried it in mission mode a long time ago. Or career mode. Career mode is what I wanted. It's so weird. You don't like it? Alright. Uh-huh. Was it engineering mode? I forget. Hey, happy Easter weekend, Deviator. You want that? We're not ready to make something like that, I don't think. You think Phantom Express? You think Phantom Express makes the most sense? You have the tech to make one of those. Jeez, that's ridiculous, man. Rocket Guy, I knew it. I knew you'd come out of the woodwork. I knew it. No, in this case, man, I probably would want Phantom Express over anything because the payload is mounted low. So if the payload was, say, like Dart, for instance. No, man. Look at my link. It's interesting to say the least. Help, I'm confused. Stop. No, stop that. Don't do that again. Are you going to use DART for your lunar missions if you develop a new vehicle? DART is just a shuttle into low carbon orbit, and they would transfer to another outgoing ship. Think of it as the connecting flight in our architecture. Our architecture is set up a little bit different. You could just launch lunar transfer vehicles with a nose cone. There's always this. Why is there no linear aerospike in KSP? Not sure. I don't think the developers knew about the linear aerospike when they added the engines in the game. No. Thomas, Venture Star Gang. Did you see the tweet from BWXT? I forgot to share it for Space News. BWXT has announced the award of a nuclear thermal propulsion design, manufacturing, development, and test support for work for NASA. NTP, nuclear thermal propulsion? Nuclear thermal propulsion is one of the technologies that is capable of propelling a spacecraft to Mars. Holy shnikes. I still can't believe Jim somehow got this freaking Nerva program back. How did you even do that? How is that possible? And there's the AR-22. We have NTP in Kerbal, the Nerva engine, guys. You knew that. You already knew that. Come on. Rocket, yeah, I know, Tessa. You're not wrong. Rocket Guy, what if... What is this? Forge? Remember this? I don't, but... I was talking about SCRV before. Guys, I'm brainstorming kind of where we want to go with the vehicles here. Once again, what I'll do for this heavy launch vehicles, I'll come up with some different designs. And keep in mind, this isn't something we're going to work on. We have lunar missions to do. It's something that we're going to work on later. But I'll kind of come up with some concepts in my head here. How are the chances that this was an April Fool's tweet? BWXT is not an April Fool's tweet, Goddess Nipple. They restarted the Nerva program during the 7th National Spaceflight Council meeting a year and a half ago or something like that. What worries me about NTP is how do they manage the waste heat after they stop thrusting? Moderator, a beryllium moderator, Wolfie. There's a video all about it. Do you want me to link it to you? Here's my old atrocity. This was in shuttle configuration. Well, did it work for you at the time, Loopy? If it did, then sure. Honestly, putting Dart on the back of anything feels like shoehorning it. Noted.
Rocket Guy, what if we...
Okay. This is one of many designs that we could do. What if I made a first stage flyback booster that was a biconic lifting body? So the first stage would end up looking something like Venture Star, right? So Venture Star with shuttle engines, because we don't have linear aero spikes, right? With a second stage on its back and Dart on top of that. What do we think about that one? The Star Clipper? What's that? Oh no, I don't. I that thing is weird. I'm not making that. Kind of like Super Collins, Buck. Yeah, kind of reimagined and not implemented in a way that makes me want to headbutt a wall. Massive shoehorning of Dart. I don't know. I mean, it's not really, but whatever. It was this thing. Yeah, Chris, we could do that. We could make something like Sea Dragon if you wanted. Okay. All right, there's a bunch of stuff to ponder here, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'll think about it again. But that I did have fun. We didn't do much in KSP today. I understand that we didn't do much in KSP today, but today was a voting day. You won't see another day where we do this much voting for at least another 3 weeks. So, I'll brainstorm some ideas. I definitely want to keep using Dart. We just got the fleet operational. I'm not going to not use them anymore. What? Yeah, I see, Loopy. Yeah, maybe. Squid? No. Zonic, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm a little tired. And I have some stuff to work on. I got to start figuring out a project. Fellas, in about a week. Well, not a week. Not in about a week. That's not what I meant to say. Sometime in the coming months, I might need a week off. I did, Yarg. I bought one. Yep. Yeah, sometime down the road, I might need a week off. This is like maybe a month, 2 months out. Going to see a launch? No, Jim. It's actually another project that I've been working on kind of in the background. You getting married? No. Nope. You gonna tell us why? Nope. No, I'm not. And I'm actually not. This isn't EJ being like, haha. No, I don't want to. I'll tell you about it when I'm sure the project happens. Okay? I'm not 100% on it just yet, but soon. Turn your truck into a time machine? Yeah, flux capacitor. How'd you know? He's going to be a soccer player. Ooh, he's pregnant. He is. Are you going to buy another car? I wish. Where am I going to put it? No place to put it. Can't buy another car right now. Swishio, 2 of my cars are sitting in my parents' driveway. Okay? Now, Swishio, you know, Italian, you're Italian. I'm American, but ethnically Italian. If you had 2 cars sitting in your parents' driveway, would they be pissed at you? With Italian parents, think about it. Would they be mad at you? Well, not mad. They'd be like, okay, you got your cars. No, I don't think I will. Is it stream related? Yep. Mason, let me revise that statement. I need a week off from, like, mission mode. From regular streaming content. My Lamborghini account isn't full yet. Don't forget about this. What's that one, Rocket Guy? Oh, that's definitely interesting. RJ, I wish. That'd be really nice, but maybe. I'm switching to OnlyFans. All right, let's see who's still streaming. Guys, Taradra's still up and running. He's playing some KSP, so we got a lot done today. A lot of good voting. You guys, you know, I think I'm going to explain, next time we go to vote, I'm going to explain everything out again, just to be 100% sure. And, yeah, tomorrow we go to Minmus. Go see what Tara's up to, guys. He's actually on Minmus right now. I think that's Minmus, at least. Go see what he's up to. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow at noontime. I kind of want to play Tarkov for early hours. But we might, maybe we'll do Minecraft or Satisfactory or even Beam. That new car in Beam. I liked you explaining everything. Okay, cool, cool. All right. Whole architecture. Let me see that, Rocket Guy. That's very interesting. All right, I'll read about that later. All right, go see what Tara's up to, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at noontime. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. And, oh wait, one last thing. Thank you for participating, guys. I love the discussions that we had tonight about missions and funding and everything. It's cool. Thank you. Seriously. I actually mean that. Thank you very much. This is cool. I really enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. So thank you for participating. For the regular people that have been here for a while, thank you for making it fun for everybody, and I do appreciate it. You guys are helping me make the stream better, and I honestly can like show you real evidence of that. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. To Minmus, screw the moon. We ain't going to the moon. We're going to Minmus, baby.